Mansions no one wants to buy. What if we tell you that some of the biggest and most prestigious mansions in the world are estranged? What is it that makes them this way? If you'd like to discover why these mansions aren't captivating enough for potential buyers, this video is just for you. Buying a mansion isn't child's play, but not receiving a single offer to buy in years is more than a mystery. Find out why certain mansions haven't had their share of appreciation over the years. Number 10. Neverland Ranch. Owned by the King of Pop, Neverland Ranch is situated in Santa Barbara County, California. The interior of this mansion isn't easygoing either. It is precisely what you would expect Michael Jackson's house would be like. It has a train, a Disney-themed railroad station, a dancing studio, a 50-seat movie theater, and a fire station. Neverland Ranch has had trouble finding a buyer despite having a breathtaking 2,700 acres of space. This is mainly due to the history of this mansion. It was renamed Sycamore Valley Ranch and offered for $31 million, down from its initial $100 million asking prices. But it lay empty for 5 years before its listing was taken down. A reduction in the value of a property by this much is a major red flag, and the legacy of the Neverland Ranch is too tainted for any potential buyer to show any genuine interest from their side. This mansion, with a gorgeously designed interior, deserves way better treatment. Number 9. Grinnell Loma. The Grinnell Loma is the world's largest log cabin. The lodge has a whopping 26 beds inside and a bungalow-style apartment. The price had considerably decreased from when it was first advertised at $40 million, and there has been little interest. This luxurious estate is unpopular because of its historically out-of-date interior, which is filled with wall-to-wall taxidermy and is anticipated to cost millions to remodel. A 200-mile commute to the closest metropolis makes Grinnell Loma's rural position unattractive to many. Number 8. The 1875 Victorian Mansion. Did somebody ask for 10 bedrooms and 7 murders? Sylvester K. Pierce, a well-known chairmaker, decided to experiment with his creative output in 1875. He constructed a home. The mansion had 6,661 square feet of living space and would easily be a dream home for many people. But this mansion has a dark history attached to it. The house has been a haven for evil since it was built, with 7 murders, including the strangulation of a sex worker. The price for this mansion keeps getting reduced, but a buyer still hasn't been found. Currently selling for a price of $329,000, it is rightly considered one of the most haunted properties in the world. Number 7. The Starrett Mansion. Speaking of horror, the Starrett Mansion is another piece of property that has its reputation destroyed by ghost stories. George Starrett, a builder, gave his wife this mansion as a gift in 1889. It was formerly a bed and breakfast and a boutique hotel, but is currently being offered for sale as a house. Wardrobes opening on their own and the sound of footfalls on the floorboards were also highlighted in guest reviews. Others reported supernatural occurrences, including the sight of a friendly, red-headed woman and the nanny, an apparition that may be seen in a mirror on the 2nd floor room. She resides upstairs and occasionally engages visitors. It's a complete steal at $850,000 with 11 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, a spiral staircase, and hardwood flooring. But as long as no one will buy it because of ghosts, its value will continue to decline. Number 6. The Priestley House. Another mansion that is victim to ghost stories, the Priestley House is present in Canton, Mississippi. According to the Reading, Pennsylvania Eagle, the beautiful Forge Mansion, which includes 7 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms, was constructed in 2 phases between 1749 and 1784. Even though it is on sale for $938,000, it has failed to catch the eye of any potential buyer. It also has a music room, a study, butler's pantry, screened-in porches, swimming pool, hardwood floors, and fireplaces. All of this, however, goes out the window for the potential buyer. Nobody wants to pay money for a house where you'll be getting a murderous ghost for free. According to legend, one of the local ghosts is a young woman waiting for her sweetheart to return from his quest for riches. The road leading up to the mansion where her sweetheart perished after being thrown from his horse while attempting to find the ghost of that person haunts her. The rumor that the house was built on a Native American burial ground increases the dread factor. Number 5. The Schweppes Mansion. The Schweppes Mansion is one of the most gorgeous mansions you will ever see in your life. It is a piece of property you would consider buying if you had the money. But aesthetics aren't all, are they? This mansion is considered one of the most haunted buildings in all of America. It is situated on Mayflower Road in Lake Forest and was provided as a wedding gift to Laura and Charles Schweppes of the Schweppes Soda Company by John G. Shedd, the former chairman of Marshall Field. Frederick Wainwright Perkins, an architect, created it, but disaster would finally strike in 1937. Laura passed away of natural causes in the home not long after. In 1941, Charles committed suicide in the mansion, leaving a note that read, "I've been awake all night." At present, it's $9.45 million, a significant drop from its initial asking price of $18 million. But it keeps dropping. Number 4. The home of Conrad Aiken. American author Conrad Aiken produced acclaimed poetry in addition to short stories, novels, plays, and other literary genres. His personal life, however, has a troubled past. Conrad's father struggled with emotional instability and developed a reputation for acting violently. Finally, Conrad's father lost all control. There was a gunshot which was immediately followed by another. Little Aiken was sitting in bed listening to his parents dispute through the walls. Conrad entered his parents' bedroom quickly, only to discover that his father had killed both his wife and himself, leaving Conrad an orphan. Ever since that happened, this staggering house they've lived in has never gotten a buyer. Number 3. The Watcher House. The family that moved into this house lived a content life until they started getting letters from an anonymous person calling themselves the Watcher. The letter said, quote, "My grandfather watched the house in the 1920s, and my father watched it in the 1960s. It is now my time. Do you know the history of the house? Do you know what lies within the walls of 657 Boulevard? Do you need to fill the house with the young blood I requested?" 6 months after purchasing the residence, similar unsettling letters just kept arriving. They decided to try and sell it because they were naturally too afraid to move in. But the story of the Watcher had already taken around like wildfire. No matter how magnificent the estate was, nobody dared to interfere with the person sending the letters. The mansion's asking price constantly declined, since no one would buy it. Number 2. Blood on the walls. Murder on the wall. You might probably think this breathtaking Victorian-style mansion would be swept up quickly once it is listed on the market. Think again. There isn't much to complain about, with at least 5 bedrooms, a 2-acre yard, and stunning architecture. Once you understand what transpired, you likely won't be as excited. No one wanted to purchase this luxurious manor because, in a horrifying crime, attorney Christopher Lumsden stabbed his wife Allison more than 30 times. The home was abandoned and allowed to fall into chaos, making it even less appealing than before. Number 1. The $10 Mansion. Here's a house that will cost you less than your average cinema ticket. The $10 Mansion is true to its name, but that's probably it. Moving into the house isn't tricky. It is moving the house. Still confused? Well then, listen up. The house was created by renowned architect Dudley Van Antwerp, whose creations are always a steal for those wishing to invest in real estate. The problem with the mansion is that the land the house sits on was approved for a subdivision by the town's planning board. Simply put, you must physically pick up the house and relocate it to a new location if you want to own the property. According to town officials, the buyer would be responsible for moving the house. There are many more factors to consider, even though $10 for a mansion may seem incredibly inexpensive. It sounds like a scam, right? All these mansions cost way higher than your average house, and looking at their problems, one would instead not go near them rather than invest in them altogether. Will these houses ever be sold or not? The question looms.